Good morning. So we have chosen a miserable rainy day to go and get some chores done. So we're in the little car today because we're going to nip into town and we don't need anything big, no construction materials. We're going to go and do our washing, do our food shopping and just grab some little bits that we need.
Yeah, just bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs day.
Mm-hmm.
So little Max is with us.
Yeah.
Let's go to Castella Branco and do some washing. Busy day here.
Yeah, it was very busy, wasn't it?
I think the medical centre's open.
Right.
But we do get taxis that come out here, and we have got a bus service as well.
Yeah, this is unusually busy traffic.
Yeah, this is a traffic jam.
I don't think we've experienced that ever. And that was a traffic jam, yeah.
Track bridge, so it's always my job to check the traffic coming down the other side to make sure we can just drive onto the bridge.
So, maybe third job of the day, to get rid of our recycling. Into the recycling bins. Just the odd wine bottle and beer bottle, that's all.
That's 2 weeks worth.
Yeah, it is.
So don't judge us. 3 mini Superbook and 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
So Darren's just gone down into a shop that hopefully will sell some solar cables, but it's very wet, so Max and I are staying in the car.
So we've just popped along to a different side of Castella Branco that we usually come to. We've come to this shop here at Electro Solar to pick up some solar cables, which is really, really good to know that that's there actually. I'm quite pleased that we found that. But whilst we were here, we've also found this plant shop here as well, which does tree. It looks like some really good quality trees and seeds and things like that. So Elaine's just popped into here just to see if there's anything worth picking up while we're here. Yeah, a little bit of a dull, dreary day today, unfortunately. The clouds feel a little bit low down as well, so it all feels a little bit heavy. But so we're trying to make the most of it. Nip into a solar energy shop and a plant shop. Can't really beat it, to be honest. So there was a little bit of a queue in the laundrette today, so Elaine has tasked me to pick up a few bits and bobs from the China shops. So yeah, so this morning we already managed to pick up the solar cable, so that's a really good buy. Not a bad price as well. I have to connect the cable, the connectors to it, but I've got some connectors, so that should be straightforward. Elaine's now at the Lava Gem, and I'm at the China shop, which is always a good thing. Not really. It's quite hard work hunting for things. I was hunting for some laundry bags, and they're there. There's loads of them, but what a journey to find them. So my job now is to go to Brico-Marche, which I know the shop quite well, and I'm going to pick up another clip for our guttering system that we put in place, because we had a little bit of a not a leak, but a little bit of an area where water is collecting, which is putting a little bit of pressure on the tarp. So another little clip should hopefully fix that.
Yay! So Darren's had quite a morning trying to pay our tolls.
Well, that was very straightforward in the end.
Good.
Have a look at the size of the receipt.
For like $1.95.
For $1.95 plus 32 cents. All done.
Excellent. Well done, love.
That was that's the way to pay your tolls, actually. I think
You just
it's
walk
a lot
in and
easier.
say.
Well, I walked in, gave her my registration number, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. And she just went, yeah. And she went onto her computer and laughed at me a little bit. And was like, yeah, there you go. She was very apologetic about the 32 cents. Yeah, because the tolls were $1.95, but you have to pay 32 cents on top of that. You go, can't go, why?
The tax on top of your tax.
Tax, yeah, exactly, yeah. But she was quite apologetic. She was like, kind of sorry. Anyway,
Good.
that's all done.
Excellent. Well done, love. Well, that's our day out done. So we've got our shopping. We've done the washing. You've done all of the little
Bits and bobs.
And we're going to get ourselves home and have a coffee.
It was quite a simple day to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then it just became, well, it's not become difficult. I think it only became difficult when I had to pay my tolls by tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is strange, because we've known about these tolls for a week. When did we go? Sunday.
Sunday.
So we've known about these
Said it
tolls
would be on the
for 4
system
days.
by Tuesday.
Yeah.
It didn't. It came on the system today, which is Thursday, but has to be paid by Friday.
Had to be paid by tomorrow. Yeah. So, but it was easy, in all honesty. Once I've now gone into there and they've just. Is the solar panel that we put up a few days ago. So these are the solar cables that I picked up yesterday from the solar shop in Castelo Branco. I was hoping that I could pick up a couple of cables that already had the connectors connected, but unfortunately not. Luckily I still had some connectors left over from when we were doing some work on the van, so my job for today, or at least for a little while at least, is to get these.
Loads of jobs today.
Well, I got loads of jobs today, yes. One of my jobs today is to get these solar panels connected, these cables connected up to these connectors. And there we can see what sort of power increase we're getting from our new solar panel.
In true fashion, we took it down and didn't really mark anything. The few bits that we did mark, the labels have come off or worn away. So our quick job is probably going to take us all morning, like everything does. But just get on with it. There's only so many ways it can go together. and if we keep it equal, then it's just got to work somehow, hasn't it?
Yep. So we're laying out the pieces.
Yep, we're just laying all the pieces
What
out.
we think are the right ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, and hope it'll all come together. I think that looks pretty good actually. I don't think even when we got this in the first place that it had instructions with it.
But I say we just give it a go.
Just go for it.
Yeah. See where we get to.
Okay.
It's all going a bit too well. We seem to have everything in place, and that was the first attempt. So keep your fingers crossed.
We're nearly there.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, it's all looking very good. Without instructions as well. So amazingly, it looks like we need 9 bolts. And we've got 9 bolts.
We've got one here. And this is the wonderful package that it came in, stuffed in a
Morrison's.
A paper Morrison's bag.
Yeah.
To keep all the little bits together.
But
There
we've done it.
I think we've done it. Right.
Well, put it together. We haven't finished.
We haven't finished. That's not it. You know.
But we're getting there. Good, good.
It's going positive. Disaster averted. We thought it was looking a bit odd. We were missing the 3 little arcs that go over the top and connect the roof trusses together. They'd slipped out of the package probably when we brought the bus down the land, but that's it. That's looking much better now.
So that's the main structure and the main frame up now. That was a little bit easier than I anticipated.
Definitely.
Quite good.
And all of those little nuts. We thought we'd lost one.
Yeah.
We found it.
So we actually kept all of the little nuts and bolts, 9 of each. And it's all gone together really well. So now we need to go back to the house because we need to get spanners to tighten all those nuts up. And we also need to get our, I don't know what you call them, the tent pegs, I think, to, yeah, to attach all of this into the ground. Then we can get our cover over and tent pegs again. And we'll be done. So, brilliant.
So this started off as Darren's idea, and then we sort of went with it, and then together we came up with a plan that this broken but very long pallet will make a good workbench and seed bench inside the polytunnel. So the one that Darren's got now, that was loose. So we've cut off the good bit to make a good width, and then I think we're going to take the bottom piece off this other one, and then that should make 4 planks wide. Yeah, so that one doesn't look too bad. If we can get that one off, that can go in the other space, and that'll make an excellent bench for working.
Yep.
Cool, good idea, love. Well, this is looking pretty good. So that was our idea for the shelf. All we need now, we're thinking maybe 9 breeze blocks to lift it up. 3 at this end, 3 at the far end, 3 in the middle. That'll make an excellent workbench. And then we've got tent pegs in all the way around the edge. On this side we've used 2 rebars with some curved tent pegs going in opposite directions all the way along. And then on the far side we've got the big pallet. This is like mega heavy. It's 2 pallets joined together. We were thinking of it going to be sort of part of the base for the deck, but it's no good because it's higher than all of the others because it's so huge and heavy. So we've took that right under the side on the overlap, and that goes all the way along this side. And then what I can do is, when I'm hardening off my seeds, I can stand them out here and they'll get acclimatised to the outside after being inside. So I'm pretty pleased at how that transported over. What we also got done today was more planting up in this berm on the bottom swale that's inside the fenced area. We've put in some beetroot and some radish seeds. Max has inspected everything and says it's okay. Well, that's been a really lovely day. I've thoroughly enjoyed it today. Just spending time here, getting jobs done. We've got the little polytunnel up. I have to call it a little polytunnel now, sitting on this big piece of land. And the start of a work table inside it. And then I've got this bed done. All the rocks put in around. Sort of rough circle, quite organic. Small stones, big stones, rocks, bits of quartz. For this beautiful madronia tree. And the bees have hummed inside there all day. Not bothered us. And I've even been right inside and cleared out some of the stalks of the, stalks, branches. But the sun is now going down, and I'm really happy with what we've done today. I'd like to get this area done tomorrow. So the same thing, big rocks, form some kind of shape around this tree, and then I think I'll prune back this cork oak, just some of the lower branches, just so it looks less straggly. But it was a very misty morning, and now it's a beautiful evening. Let's just have a quick check on the water level. Yep, lots of water in there. Really pleased. And little beds still alive. Max has run through them once or twice. And another one to start off. So perhaps 2 more beds tomorrow, and that tree section over there. Okay, time to go. Time to have some dinner, make dinner. Perhaps a nice glass of wine tonight. see you all later. Just a quick job that we did today was to add some extra securement to the greenhouse polytunnel by putting some of these extra strings on attached. So I've got one at the front and one at the back, tied into this extremely heavy pallet. Then they go up and over the top and secured in through the hoops here, up, over the top, down, and then are pegged in to the ground here and at the back, obviously. Just because we've got a bit of thunderstorm forecast tomorrow, and usually when we have thunderstorms the weather comes from the opposite direction. So usually the weather comes up the hill from that direction, but then the wind and the rain and the thunderstorms normally come from that direction. So hopefully that will just be a bit of extra securing of the polytunnel, because we've seen many of them blow away on other people's videos before they've got anything in them.